the suitability of the members to be sent to Yala. So that committee will be sitting tomorrow on 23rd July 2021 at 10 at the members' lounge. That is opposite the canteen. The notice of sitting on Monday on 26th July 2021 will be for a by-election to fill the vacancy of Uganda's representative to Yala. So I call all of you to come and exercise your constitutional right in choosing the Yala Member of Parliament. That is pursuant to the general notice that has been put there. General Notice 875 of 2021 that has been published in the Uganda Gazette, Gazette CX4 114, number 58 of 19th July 2021, notifying the public about the by-elections of Yala that is going to take place on on Monday. And we'll be sending the names. Remember, the deadline is Tuesday. So we need to have elections on Monday. Today we have a very short agenda, which involves this House receiving the responses to the urgent questions raised by honorable members, prior to us delivering into the Prime Minister's time. So we'll first have responses to the questions that had been raised by members, then we'll go to Prime Minister's time. I will invite you to listen keenly to the responses and see whether they answer to your questions that you've raised in this House. In respect to the Prime Minister's time, I invite you to stay within the confines of Rule 41 of our rules of procedure. In summary, however, the member of the House at this time are expected to put the Prime Minister's questions in writing, notify the Prime Minister, and then the Prime Minister will bring back a response in the next sitting. Meanwhile, we will also have some few questions during the Prime Minister's time, which will be oral questions for answers. I thank you so much for coming, and I wish you a good deliberation.
Clarification, Right Honorable Speaker. Clarification, Right Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Sarah Netaliside, Woman MP Namisindwa. Right Honorable Speaker, in your communication to the House, you have indicated that we are supposed to carry out elections on Monday to fill up the vacancy that fell vacant due to the death of Honorable Kasamba. Right Honorable Speaker, that position was occupied by an NRM member. And I thought that the rest of the shades in the House are already represented at Yala. Now, the election is to take place. So I'm seeking clarification. Wouldn't it be right for the name of the flag bearer of NRM to be brought to the House and it's passed without competition? Because I'm seeing other candidates moving around with nomination forms. That's the clarification I'm seeking. Why are we having elections and yet the person who passed on was one of the members of the NRM? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Sarah. Were you in the House yesterday? Honorable Sarah.
Yes, Right Honorable.
I referred you to the treaty of the East African Legislative Assembly 50-50. I also referred you to some cases that you must read for you to answer that question.
Okay, thank you.
The most recent case is a case of Anita Mong versus Attorney General. So go and read it.
Thank you.
Number 3 on the order paper, responses to urgent questions raised by honorable members on Wednesday, 14th July, 2021.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On 14th of July 2021, two questions were asked. One, over the rampant livestock raids by the Karamojong in areas of Katakwi, bordering Karamoja sub-region. This was raised by Honorable Oklo, MP for Toroma County. Right Honorable Speaker, yes, it is true that there has been a number of insecurity cases resulting from the cattle rustling in the areas of Katakwi, in areas of Magoro, Okore, Ngariam, which border the district of Nabilatuk in Karamoja sub-region, as well as Palam, Guyaguya, Ongogoja, and Okolonyo sub-counties bordering Napak district, also in Karamoja sub-region. Most of the cattle rustlers are from Piani ethnic group of Nabilatuk district and the Bokora ethnic warriors of Napak district. Since the beginning of July 21st, 2001, 23 heads of cattle have been raided by the Karamojong warriors, out of which 4 animals have been recovered by security forces and handed over to the owners. Tracking is going on to recover the other missing animals. In the beginning of July 2021, some of the key notable attacks and raids that have so far taken place in the Katakwi district are as follows. On the 15th of July 2021, one Odong Samuel, an LDU personnel attached to Angoro Detach, was shot dead by Pian warriors of Nabilatuk district in the areas of Aleretuk grazing area in Pian Upe Game Reserve, as he was tracking raided animals from Magoro Town Council in the Katakwi district. On the 2nd July this year, Pian warriors from Nabilatuk district shot and injured one Akileng Bosco of Okwar village, Magoro parish, Magoro sub-county, and stole 2 heads of cattle. On the 1st July 2021, UPDF and the LDU's personnel put out of action one Pian ethnic warrior from the Nabilatuk district who had gone to raid animals in Magoro Town Council, Katakwi district. In the process, one warrior managed to escape. Katakwi district has in particular been vulnerable to a number of cattle raids due to a number of push factors. These include bordering the Karamoja sub-region, rendering it easily accessible to rustlers. Another one is connivance by elements within LDU forces, since some of them were locally recruited from the neighboring districts of Karamoja sub-region, especially Napak and Nabila 2, and they easily share operational information with the kinsmen, the rustlers. Then lack of protected kraals in the district, where cattle animals are left to roam and graze freely in open range grounds under the supervision of children who cannot put up any resistance in the event of attacks by Karamojong warriors or any other rustlers. Then inadequate deployment of security forces in the affected sub-counties, hence creating gaps for the warriors to raid animals. Existence of illegal cattle markets in areas of Naturum Trading Center in Loregei sub-county in the Kapiripiri district. The raided animals are sold to cattle traders from various places such as Kenya, Busia, Tororo, Maraba, and Uganda at giveaway prices ranging from 300,000, 400,000 per animal. The cattle rustlers raiders have been accessing guns from the Turkana and Pokot of Western Kenya and the Toposa, the Dinga, and the Mening of South Sudan. A rifle in these areas is sold between 700,000 and 1 million. Action taken. Security forces have stepped up vigilance in protecting the affected population. 2 days ago, a security committee meeting was held in Katakwi with the commanders of UPDF to deploy more UPDF soldiers in Magoro sub-county, where the Karamojong have lately intensified their operations. Yesterday, there was also a sub-county security meeting with the security stakeholders and to understand other challenges affecting their operations in the sub-county with a view to rectify the situation. There is an ongoing mobilization of the Karamojong community to abandon cattle rustling for alternative and peaceful economic survival. Measures have been put in place to handle the discipline of LDUs or any other errant security personnel in the Karamoja sub-region. I wish to thank Honorable Oklo Joseph for his concern and support, and to assure him and the people of Katakwi that we shall work with the other government authorities to address his concerns and requests as soon as possible. Right Honorable Speaker, another issue raised was by Honorable Chiwanuka Abdallah, MP Mukono North, on alleged torture and human rights abuses by state organs. I have since discussed with Honorable Chiwanuka Abdallah, and we have agreed to meet so that he can furnish me with more information to follow up this matter. But I would like to state categorically that this government cannot condone any torture of any suspect. And if there was any such a case, as usual, action will be taken against the officer concerned. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Security. And I urge all the ministers, once there's a question much as you come and respond in the house, you should make a close follow-up. Give us the action taken like what you have said, what the minister said,
Madam Speaker.
and have a close follow-up on the issue. It shouldn't be something for once. Yes, Whip.
Madam Speaker, I would like to join you to appreciate the timely response by the Minister of Security, especially giving the comprehensive response on the insecurity occasioned by cattle rustling in Katakwi and those parts of Karamoja. But Madam Speaker, I would like the Minister to come out clearly and furnish this House with a statement on the insecurity that this country is facing. Is this country at war? Because recently, both print and electronic media has been awash with an attack by rebels on the sovereignty of this country through Zombo district. And there have been very contradicting statements. One by the RDC, one Andrew Kayoinji, claiming that these are rebels who have a safe haven in the neighboring country of Congo, and a number of the citizens of Uganda have been put out of action. Then the UPDF 4th Division spokesperson, Major Caesar Orwen, claims that these are a mere gang of criminals. So which is which? Are we at war? It is my plea, inviting your chair to prevail over the minister to furnish this House with a report or a statement on whether this country is at war or not.
Honorable Minister, can you furnish this House with a statement on what is happening that side of Zombo and what action you've taken? You may not give us the response now. Give us a written response on Thursday.
Okay, right, Honorable Prime Minister.
And just
But-
before you
But I
sit,
just wanted to, right, Honorable, state that this country is not at war. This country is stable, or there may be insecurities here and there, which are contained by our security forces. But as you direct, I will come up with a statement on Thursday, right, Honorable.
Honorable Minister, before you sit, there is something again on you from Honorable Isamat Abraham of Katakwi, of Kapil. The discovery of a mysterious tunnel in Komolo village, Kakong Parish, Agirigiri sub-county in Ngora district, and the curiosity of the locals to tour in that tunnel. They don't know where the tunnel is coming from, and people want to tour the tunnel, which is becoming an insecurity in the area. It is for both tourism, security, and lands.
Right, Honorable Speaker, may I be given time to share with my colleagues, the ministers concerned, and come up with an answer? In the
Does
next
tourism have
meeting?
an answer to that?
Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. We prepared the response, and that information is part of the response.
Pardon?
We prepared the response to the questions of the 14th, and that question is part of the response.
So
Thank
can
you.
you give us the responses to your questions?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Response to issues raised by honorable members during the 7th sitting or the first meeting of the 11th Parliament of Uganda on July 14th, 2021. At the seventh sitting of the first meeting of the first session of the 11th Parliament of Uganda held on Wednesday, 14th July 2021, Honorable Anya Gilbert, MP Clark South, Honorable Ngompek Linus, MP Chewanda North, and Honorable Wanyama Michael Dori, MP Namaingo South, raised concerns on the destruction of livelihoods, property, and life by strand malls from national parks and fatal attacks by crocodiles on lake shores and islands in Namaingo district. Honorable Isamat Abraham, MP Kapir County, reported on the discovery of a mysterious tunnel in Komolo village, Kokong Parish, Agirigiro sub-county, Ngora district, and requested government to consider turning the place into a tourism attraction. Subsequently, the Right Honorable Speaker referred the questions to the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities to present a response, and here it is, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, I first of all would like to congratulate you and Honorable Members on your election to the 11th Parliament. I also would like to thank the Honorable Members who raised these issues. We appreciate the feedback, and through your oversight, you help us improve our performance. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, the incidents of invasion and destruction of property by wildlife highlighted by Honorable Olanya, Honorable Ngopek, and Honorable Wanyama are highly true and regrettable. The issues were reported to Uganda Wildlife Authority and timely responded by deploying staff to chase the animals back into the parks. We continue to respond to several other claims and incidences across the country. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, the issues of human-wildlife conflicts is indeed a national concern affecting almost all corners of this country. The problem we are facing is that both the human life and wildlife populations are increasing, but the land area is not increasing. On average, Uganda Wildlife Authority receives not less than 100 cases of problem animals across the country in a week. It is a very big problem, but I want to assure this House that the matter is being addressed through various interventions despite the resource limitations exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, the 10th Parliament amended the Wildlife Act.
Honorable Minister,
Yes, Right Honorable.
can you read a question that was raised by a member? Respond question by question. Don't do an omnibus response, because what I see, the questions are different. Start with the Ngompek. The issue of Ngompek's area is different from that of Wanyama, is also different from that of Gilbert.
Yes, much obliged, Right Honorable Speaker, and that's where I was getting. I just wanted to give you a small background, but that's where I'm getting, Right Honorable Speaker. The Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities has, Right Honorable Speaker, the 10th amended the Wildlife Act that came into force in September 2019. The Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities has and continues to undertake deliberate efforts to sensitize the general public about the Act. Among other things, we have placed sensitization jingles about the new Act on several radio stations and local languages across the region, all over the country. I wish to also inform the House, through you, Right Honorable Speaker, that Section 82 and 84 of the Wildlife Act of 2019 provides for the compensation of loss of life, property, and injury caused by wildlife. My ministry initiated the process of developing regulations to operationalize this and other clauses. I'm happy to report that the First Parliamentary Council has finalized the drafting of the regulations that will soon be gazetted to get the compensation for the loss occasioned by wildlife. Uganda Wildlife Authority has, with the commencement of the Act on the 27th September 2019, been setting aside 2% of the revenue collected from tourism services as compensation fund in line with the Act. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has greatly affected the tourism revenues, and therefore, what is set aside for the compensation fund, what is available cannot definitely meet the demand for compensation claims. My ministry will be coming back to this House to ask for appropriation to Uganda Wildlife Authority to operationalize the compensation fund. I think, Right Honorable Speaker and members, the government has been implementing and will continue to implement several measures to mitigate the human wildlife conflicts across the country. Some of the specific measures around Maction Falls National Park, where both incidents reported by Honorable and Honorable Ngopek originated from include electric fencing.
Members, are you getting what the minister is saying? Minister, you're just rapping and you're not. Anyway, it is his maiden speech. So, members, Minister, we know the law in regard to wildlife. We also know that you're supposed to compensate the families that are affected. We want to know, what have you done as a ministry after that question was brought on board? Did you go on ground to find out whether what was said is true or false? And if you went there, what is the position at the moment and what have you done?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I think let me go straight to that.
There is a procedure matter here.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I raise under Rule 83 of our Rules of Procedure, 83B, which reads, a member shall not cross the floor of the House or move around unnecessarily. Madam Speaker, I know the Honorable NRM Chief Whip Taiwa comes from a cattle area. Since this session started, I have observed him. He has covered, I think, half a kilometer, turning this farm into a grazing area. Madam Speaker, is the Honorable Minister Taiwa in order to violate our Rule 83B by unnecessarily moving around as if he's herding cattle?
Thank you. At least I've not seen some cows around for Honorable to graze. So the presumption of grazing is not true. He's just doing his work as a whip. Minister, can you?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Of course, like I said, who responded, our teams were dispatched and there was follow-up. Most of these animals were just back into the protected areas. Of course, as we continue responding in the other various places.
Honorable Minister, did you go to check those areas?
No, I have not, Right Honorable Speaker, and it was my prayer as I make this statement that I engage my honorable colleagues and then we plan a movement there for more follow-up.
Can you give us a response after you have visited the area and got a feedback on what is happening in the area? Let's not be ministers who are desk-based. Let's take parliament to the population. So go to the field and give us a feedback.
Much obliged, Right Honorable Speaker. Much obliged.
Honorable Minister of Finance, that is a question from Honorable Biga.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I request for a few minutes, like 10, as I prepare my folder.
Okay, thank you. Health. Tourism, you must report to this house on Thursday. Minister of Health.
Much obliged. I will, Right Honorable Speaker, with all the information.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to sincerely congratulate you on your attainment of that office of speakership. And I want to thank all my honorable colleagues for joining the 11th Parliament. Right Honorable Speaker, on 14th July 2021, there were 4 questions that were put to us as a Ministry of Health, which we needed to respond to. Right Honorable Speaker, the first question came from Honorable Charangat Alinga Solomon MP to Buko District. His question, he raised concern on lack of a district hospital in the Buko District and high costs of burial of people who die of COVID-19. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the ministry's response is as follows. Buko District has Buko General Hospital, which was started in 2011 and has 1 full maternity ward and an outside patient department. Other wards are planned for construction starting this financial year, 2021-2022. The second question from Honorable Chelangat was on the burial of people who have succumbed to COVID-19. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the Ministry of Health developed guidelines for handling bodies of persons that have passed on due to COVID-19 with the guidelines from the World Health Organization. The guidelines outlines the process of safe handling of bodies of persons that have died both at the health facilities and in the community. The body of the deceased should be put in a body bag and then placed inside a coffin and handed over to the family members for safe burial. Right Honorable Speaker, family members are advised not to tamper with the body bags or desire to touch the body at any time and strictly to adhere to all COVID-19 SOPs while conducting the burial. Right Honorable Speaker, as per the President's directives, the general public is reminded to limit burials to only family members and in any case, not more than 20 people. There was another issue on the same question of the high costs of the burial. Right Honorable Speaker, my minister wishes to respond that this issue has been optional left to different families. However, the ministry is studying the different cost options of making it more affordable and manageable, and the ministry will respond accordingly once it comes out with the best option to advise our communities. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, we received another question from Honorable Obiga Laws, MP Terego District. She raised a concern on lack of district hospital and transport in Terego District. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, my minister wishes to respond that Terego District is still a new district, which started operating in the financial year 2020-2021, with a number of infrastructure yet to be put in place. The district has a population of 193,303 people. Currently, there are 2 health center force. These facilities are Omugo Health Center 4 and Amuvepi Health Center 4. These 2 facilities are going to be equipped and human resources recruited to provide the required services to the population. Considering that the population is approximately 200,000 people, this can be adequately covered by the health center force in line with the Ministry of Health policy on 100,000 populations per health center 4. The policy at the moment does not provide for intensive care at health center 4. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, you recall that the National COVID-19 Response Fund Donations Committee, with guidance from His Excellency the President of Uganda, approved the use of the 29.6 billion as follows. Uganda shillings 23.9 billion for purchase of 282 pickups, double cabins, for disease surveillance and laboratory follow-up. These will be distributed to all districts, and I wish to say Terego will be one of the beneficiaries. Right Honorable Speaker, those were the very few questions that were put to the Minister of Health. I want to thank you, and I want to thank members for having raised these issues. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister, before you go, you're saying Buko is a new hospital, I mean a new district.
Yes, Right Honorable.
That's why it doesn't have a hospital.
Proceed, dear Madam Speaker. Proceed, dear Madam Speaker.
I don't see the person. Where? Yes, I am first responding to this, then you'll bring your procedural matter.
Obliged.
You said the Buko is a new hospital.
A new district. Right
a new
Honorable
district.
Speaker.
And that's why it doesn't have a hospital.
Yes, right.
Terego is a new district. That's why it doesn't have a hospital. And you're saying in 2021-22 budget, you're making a provision for that hospital. As of now, we only have a maternity unit and OPD. So where do the other people get treatment from?
Right Honorable Speaker, we have outlined that at the moment, they are getting the treatment from the health center force. And this health center force, we have said that within the current policy of having 100,000 people, that they are good enough to be acting and well equipped, as we have outlined, to be the one which are taking care of the different health issues and the patients. We are saying that all these new districts, Right Honorable Speaker, there are more than 68 districts in this country so far, Zimbabwe inclusive, which do not have hospitals. Right Honorable
I was
Speaker.
actually going to ask you whether Bukedea is a new district.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Clarification, Madam Speaker. Clarification.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm Mary Begumisa, woman member of parliament, Zimbabwe district.
Yes, Pastor.
I represent the people of Zimbabwe district. And in that very regard, Honorable Minister, I thank you very much. I've come up only because of the word new Buko, and new Terego district. With your permission, Right Honorable Speaker, can I therefore know when will Zimbabwe district, which has been in existence since 1994, get its hospital? I thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to thank Honorable.
You know, Honorable Minister, let's not hide behind the aspect of new. And I will also tell you, Bukede is not new, but we don't have a hospital. So the aspect of new should not come into play. Let's look at where is the money for the districts. When are you putting the districts? I mean, when are you putting up a district hospital in these areas?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Point of information.
We have taken, may I conclude on this, and I will take as many questions as possible with, of course, allowance of the Right Honorable
correct
Speaker.
that, finish that, then we get the procedural matter which was decided.
Yes. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you, and I've taken note of that. You are all aware that, as I have said in that statement, that there are requirements for a hospital to be put into place. And these requirements have to be followed. One of them is where that the population matters, where I have said that the policy currently is saying 100,000 people and above. Right Honorable Speaker, this takes me to the issue of my MP, woman Sembabule district. Yes, Sembabule has been there for some time. And I want to say that it's on record that Sembabule was, by the ministry's approval, to be upgraded from health center for the hospital status. Right Honorable Speaker, I've been in this parliament for some short time, 30 years, and I've been pushing for this. The problem of Sembabule Health Center 4 is that it has got no land title, and the area acreage where is to be put is not enough. We are engaging the district local government of Sembabule to ensure that they have a land title and enough place where this hospital can be graded. In general, I have said, Right Honorable Speaker, there are more than 68 districts Bukedia inclusive, and I've taken note of that. We are going to look at these districts, and we shall come back and update this August House on the progress and how far the ministry is planning to upgrade these districts. Honorable members, bear with us that we are working on all the districts. We shall come here with a comprehensive report on the districts that are supposed to be upgraded to hospitals. And then we shall ask for the budget funding for construction of these medical facilities.
How much time do you want to give us a comprehensive report? There was a procedural matter from behind there. Yes,
Right,
how much
Honorable
time?
Speaker, 1 week.
1 week, we expect a report from health. Yes,
For the record,
Please.
thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. For the record, I am Zijan David Livingstone, representing Butembe constituency. Madam Speaker, I rise under Rule 83, 1 sub-rule F, which provides that a member shall not, without the consent of the Speaker, bring into the House anything other than papers, books, or other documents which are directly connected with the business of the House. Madam Speaker, this rule provides for only papers and books. But I have observed, Madam Speaker, that the House is littered with items of leather, bags, and other things.
with what?
That there are bags around, BAGs, bags, littered all over the House. Members come in with items that are not provided for under the rules. To the extent, Madam Speaker, that some people walk in with bags and they move away, leaving the bags without members being sure what the bags contain. Madam Speaker, the practice is in airports. If you come with a bag in an airport and leave your bag there unattended, security swings into action to ensure that there are no explosives in the bags. But we have become so comfortable, Madam Speaker, that people leave items unattended and we do not get concerned. Won't this expose us one day to an unlikely event where a bag might explode and we lose lives? Is it procedurally correct, Madam Speaker? Thank you.
Members, much as we have the rules, it is also unfortunate that you're not a lady. As a lady, you're always supposed to carry a bag. That's the unfortunate bit, but where we have somebody who has brought in a bag and is not attended to, and we are not sure of our safety, Sergeant at Arms, the security here will check that bag and confirm whether there is nothing. That's why you have these people in white clothes.
Madam Speaker,
And if you have any which is abandoned, I am instructing them to have a look at it.
Madam Speaker,
Yes.
I want to thank you for directing the Minister of State for Health, the Honorable Anifa Kaoya to come with a comprehensive statement, but it should also include a comprehensive list of all districts without hospitals, including their budget requirements, Madam Speaker.
Point of information.
Yes, Madam Minister, you have heard. We want the list of the hospital vis-a-vis the budget requirement. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable
Attorney
Speaker.
General.
Right Honorable Speaker, I rise on a point of procedure, particularly Rule 48. I notice that ministers, after giving their answers, simply leave without giving members who asked questions and any other members interested to ask supplementary questions. And I've noticed it in the statement given by Honorable Jim Mwezi and the statement given by my sister, Honorable Anifa Kaoya. Is it therefore not procedurally right for these particular ministers to be given time to allow supplementary questions from the members who asked questions? And if there are none, whether any other interested member would be able to give it, but with specific guidelines as time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
My name is Joel Leku.
There's a procedure matter here. The ministers who have questions to respond to. Members may have supplementary questions in relation to what you have responded to, like what the Minister of Security talked about. Another note has been sent by Honorable Kolu on the same issue. So you should be able to entertain a supplementary, which is okay. Honorable Anifa?
Yes, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I have taken note of your guidance and note of what you have just said, that the members would want to have supplementary questions, and we are able to respond to them. Thank you.
Thank you. There is a...
Yes. Yeah, point of information. Right Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Joel Leku from Terego West. I will...
John, speak to the microphone.
Joel Leku from Terego West.
Joel.
The minister has just mentioned that Terego district is new, but the people of Terego are not new. We have people who are old as 100 years.
Honorable Leku and Honorable Biga, we've asked for a comprehensive report to the effect.
Yes,
Can we wait for the comprehensive report? We know they are not new. We are going to, I am speaking. We are going to get a report, and that's where your issue comes in. You are the one who raised the question as a district. So can you sit and wait for the comprehensive report?
Thank you.
And Madam Minister, when you're going to a constituency to make assessment of these areas, kindly invite the members of parliament of that constituency.
Clarification, Madam Speaker.
I have a procedure matter.
Procedure, Madam Speaker.
Rose Obiga, you brought the question which is being debated.
Not a question, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
I have a procedural issue.
Yes.
I rise under Rule 112.
Yes.
Leave of absence. I speak under subsection 6 and 7. Madam Speaker, it is constant that we come to this August House and we don't register. I don't know how we are going to know how I've missed 15 days without appearing. I don't know whether we have engaged a drone. I don't know, because I don't want to appear like I've not attended. Can I say there is a procedural matter here? Thank you.
We have cameras in this parliament, and if we want to review, we'll review who is here and who is not here.
Clarification, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
Madam
Procedure,
Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I am Kabahenda Flavia from Chegegwa. I thank the Honorable Minister of State for Health for accepting to come back with a comprehensive report. But Madam Speaker, what we want in our districts and constituencies is not only on the district hospitals, but how we get the health center 3s and how we get the health center 4s and how we can work with the health center 2s and even develop others. So I would like that when she comes with a comprehensive report, she brings even the criteria for health center 2 to become a health center 3. And also, Madam Speaker, what I realize is that the UBOS numbers that are the threshold for these health centers, they are so low that the Minister of Health keeps assuming that there are very few patients coming to the health centers, and then they keep looking at the health center as serving a few people. Madam Speaker, I would like the Minister of Health, therefore, to come up with a report and also information about how they come up with the creation of health center 2s, 3s, 4s, and hospitals. Of course, Chegegwa has been a district for long. I don't think they will count it among the new districts, but we also have wanted a district hospital for long. It is a presidential assurance. The Permanent Secretary, Diana Twine, visited the district early this year and pledged that they are working on making it a district hospital. So I would like all that to come in the comprehensive report, Madam Speaker.
Committee of Health, can you take that up together with the minister and give this house a comprehensive report to the effect?
Procedure, Madam Speaker.
Speaker.
Right, Honorable
Supplement.
Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
Right, Honorable Speaker, in accordance with your guidance and members' request that we should extend the comprehensive report to cover a big number of other health centers, 2, 3, and to come out with a budget cost. I had said that we would be ready within 1 week. I am appealing through you, Right Honorable Speaker, that you give us like 1 month so that we have gone down to the ground, compiled the report, reported on each and everything with the budget, so that when we come to debate here, we are debating what is a comprehensive report, and we have covered issues having been there on the ground. And I take note that we shall be with the members of parliament from that area in consultation with you, Right Honorable Speaker.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Madam Speaker.
Procedure, Madam Speaker.
It's a supplement.
Richard.
Madam
Procedure, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
My name is Richard Gafabusa Muhumuza. I represent Wamba County, Vundibujo.
And the discussion should be based on the hospital.
Yes, on the hospitals, I'm happy that the minister is asking for 1 month to bring the comprehensive report. Madam Speaker, how I wish this comprehensive report does not restrict itself on districts without hospitals only, but the whole country, including districts with hospitals, some of which are dilapidated and not functional. Some districts have hospitals, but these hospitals are dilapidated and you can barely find services there. For instance, Vundibujo Hospital was considered together with Yumbe and about 4 others 2-3 years ago for rehabilitation, and the money was allocated. To date, we don't have any update to that effect. So as the minister comes, let her come with that comprehensive report, including where we have hospitals, but they are more or less not functional because they are dilapidated and so many services are lacking. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Minister, take note.
Madam Speaker.
Yes. Yes.
Anam Gagoret is my name, from MP Maogola South County. Madam Speaker, I've heard from the Minister of Health, and I'm concerned as an MP from Maogola. Madam Speaker, Sembabule is one of the disadvantaged districts. And the Honorable Minister has told us that it is because Sembabule doesn't have a health center because it doesn't have land. Madam Speaker, I don't know that it is the same reason as to why Matete as a town council, we have a health center 3 that always has no medicines and other related equipment. Is it the reason as to why even we don't have whatever to use in hospitals that Sembabule always has all those disadvantages, no hospitals, no medicines? So can we conclude that because of not having land is the very reason as to why we even fail to get medicines in hospitals, Madam Speaker, sir? Sorry, Madam
To supplement.
Supplement.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker.
supplement to her submission. Kawalia Baker, Rubaga North. Yesterday, Madam Speaker, I registered a concern here, and actually it goes to the Minister of Health still. Kampala, being the capital of this country, has only 3 ambulances at the moment. That means that a lot of our hospitals and health centers don't have ambulances. As we are talking right now, 1 month back, KCCA passed a resolution that we should have a minimum of only 10 ambulances, at least each and every division should have 2. Can we, Madam Speaker, through you,
some general hospitals in Uganda have been elevated to regional referral hospitals. And I'm so grateful that Minister for Health has given us allowance that we should give her some period to come up with a comprehensive report. I would like to bring to the attention of Minister of Health that some of these regional referral hospitals that have just been elevated have no budget to operate as expected. I therefore request in the comprehensive report that Minister for Health is going to produce, she should include those elevated hospitals. Among them is Yumbe Regional Referral Hospital. It is supposed to have commenced on, it has actually commenced, but due to lack of budget, it has not been fully operating because there are only few services being provided. Thank you, I submit.
Can we limit to only about five people on health?
Procedure.
Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Nduwana Christine Nandagire representing Bukomansimbi North constituency, and I'm giving my maiden speech today. Referring to National Objective 20 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, which states that the state shall take all practical measures to ensure the provision of basic medical services to the population. Madam Speaker, as they have been mentioning about health center tools in our constituency, we don't have any health center tools. And I would like the Honorable Minister for Health to again to inform us why the private medical centers are charged or they are paying taxes in each department, yet they are very good. They give very good services to patients. And you remember that in government hospitals, there are no services provided completely here in Uganda. Patients line up there and they end up coming out only with the Panadol. So, right, Honorable Speaker, in private medical services, in private medical centers, you find that each department, like if you find a private medical center, which is having
there's an order here.
It is my maiden speech, Madam Speaker. Let me first conclude.
Can you
the departments?
Order.
Can you listen to the order?
Right Honorable Speaker, I have a lot of respect for my dear sister, but for her to say there is no service provided in government hospitals without substantiating. When people are running to Mulago, they are going to the regional hospitals, they are going to the district hospitals, and she says there is no service at all, that it is only private health facilities providing a service. Is she in order to mislead the country?
I was actually impressed when Honorable Semuju made a statement.
Procedure, Madam Speaker.
Procedure, Madam Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker. I wonder why patients are paying.
I am making a response to the order. Can everybody sit? The debate on health is over. I am now giving instructions. I was very impressed when Honorable Semuju said, Mulago is the best hospital. I listened to it. Members, we have gotten all the information about health. I am giving the Ministry of Health 1 month plus the Health Committee 1 month to report on the status of all the health centers, from health center 1, 2, 3, 4, and the district hospitals. We also expect the budgetary implications on these hospitals, on what we need to upgrade health centers from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to district hospitals. We need a comprehensive report. And when you are in the constituency in a district that you're going, you must be with the members of parliament of that constituency. Minister of Finance.
Procedure, Madam Speaker. Procedure, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Madam Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity, but also most importantly for the guidance.
Is that Dr. Tala?
Yes. Dr. Tala is my name, West Budama South. Madam Speaker, you've guided this house, but Madam Speaker, I want to bring to the attention of this house that whereas you've closed the issue of discussing health issues, there is a glaring disparity in one of the sub-regions of this country, namely Bukedi sub-region. This is the only sub-region that does not have a regional referral hospital. And whereas, Madam Speaker.
But Honorable, I thought that is what is going to come in the report and action must be taken. Doctor, I'm surprised you're a minister of health one time and you could not get that hospital. Next, finance.
Madam Speaker.
Finance. Finance.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, this is my first time to speak in the 11th Parliament and to speak in a parliament in the house chaired by you, Right Honorable Speaker. Therefore, allow me, first of all, congratulate you upon assuming that chair. Madam Speaker, we were asked 3 questions and I would like to respond to them as follows. The Honorable Abed Bwanika, MP Chimanya, Kabonera constituency, asked a question regarding disbursement of funds to Masaka City. And I would like to respond as follows. Right Honorable Speaker, the budget for Masaka City for financial year 2021-2022 was approved in June 2021. And on the first quarter expenditure limits amounting to 10,668,520 were issued as per our circular dated 9 July 2021. Right Honorable Speaker, I wish to briefly summarize the process through which local governments undergo to access their budget releases as below. 1, local government submits budget estimates to Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development on the program budgeting system. 2, Budget Directorate reviews the submitted budget estimates and approves or rejects as per different program guidelines. 3, once the budget is approved, it is uploaded onto the integrated financial management system through the PBS IFMS interface. 4, permanent secretary stroke secretary to the Treasury issues a circular communicating a quarterly expenditure limit by 10th of the first month of the quarter. 5, quarterly expenditure limits communicated in the circular are uploaded. 6, accounting officers of local government votes submit their accounting warrants on the IFMIS to access funds on their treasury single account in Bank of Uganda. And lastly, departments in the local governments submit invoices for payment. To date, Right Honorable Speaker, Masaka City has not yet submitted its accounting warrants to be able to access the funds on its treasury single account in Bank of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform you that the city will access its Q1 releases once the accounting officer submits the accounting warrants clearly indicating the expenditures as per their quarterly work plans. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and I beg to submit. This is
Honorable, is Honorable Guanika here? Please. Is it true that your accounts have not been submitted?
Right Honorable Speaker, in my question, I wanted first of all to know why Masaka City was allocated the least money among all the cities in terms of the COVID response. We were given 180,400,000, the least among all the cities. I wanted to know from the Minister of Finance, how do you do that allocation, that Masaka City, among all the cities, you gave us the least, and even out of that list that you gave us, still 30 million shillings was not also dispersed to the city. That was my concern. In addition to the quarterly release. In Masaka, I talked with the accounting officer, with the town clerk, and he said you gave a circular that they are not going to receive the first quarterly release. I need clarity from you through the speaker. Thank you so much.
Was it in writing that they are not getting the release?
Yes, the circular, the Minister of Finance, Right Honorable Speaker, must clarify because there is a circular to that effect.
To only Masaka.
I don't know whether the circular is for everyone.
Supplement, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I would love to, again, I'm Businge Joab, representing Masini Municipality. I want to concur with the Honorable Member of Parliament from Masaka City that the Minister of Finance has communicated to, I want to believe, to different local governments, including my municipality, that they would not receive releases for the first quarter of this financial year. Myself, I was wondering how the local governments are going to deliver services amidst these challenges.
Yes, Minister.
Thank you, Right Honorable.
Before the Minister responds, Honorable Minister, before you respond, even districts or local governments that are beneficiaries of the first quarterly release have not received, and that's of a grave concern. The new administrative units are missing out on the budgetary allocations. And this is not only in one district or two or three, almost, it is a universal outcry. What's the ministry doing about this?
Right Honorable Speaker, can
Actually,
I respond?
this should also be answered by Minister of Local Government in terms of they do the budgeting for the administrative units and finance does the other part. Yes.
Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to appreciate honorable colleagues for the concerns they have raised. If I can begin with Masindi. The honorable MP from Masindi municipality has put on Hansard that in this quarter, Masindi municipality is not receiving any money. Madam Speaker, I want to categorically state that this is absolutely false. The budget for Masindi municipality and other budgets is structured in the following categories. We have wage recurrent, we have non-wage, and development. Madam Speaker, all votes across government have received 25% of wage recurrent. And this is consistent with the quotas we have in the year. I'm sure the Honorable MP from Masindi is aware about this.
Clarification, Madam Speaker.
Madam, can I submit?
Can you allow the minister submit, then you do a rebuttal?
Madam Speaker.
Please sit.
Where there is a disparity is in the non-wage recurrent. In a situation where you find a vote having an item of workshop, seminar, or travel abroad, that money has not been released. It has been suppressed across the entire votes of government. And also on development expenditure, on the development side, in quarter one, in most cases, you'll find there is no release at all. But that does not mean that the entire year will pass without votes receiving a development budget. You may get in quarter two or three, depending on the revenue performance. Because, Madam Speaker, we release money based on what we have received. Where we have received less, we disburse less. Where we receive more, we disburse more. The Honorable Bwanika Abed tried to twist the question to imply the need to know how the COVID funds became different in the various cities. Madam Speaker, I don't have exact facts about Masaka, but I can use the facts I'm conversant with. In districts and municipalities across the country, we gave 100 million for every municipality and 150 million for every district. That one is flat. But the question arose, Kawale district is getting 400 million and 12. Rwanda district is getting 300 million and 40. Ruchiga is getting 200 million 68. And the people started calling me, now that you have become a Minister of Finance, you are taking all the money to your home district. I said, no. Look, the money is going for VHTs. A VHT is at the village. If your district has 350 villages and another district has 500, the district with more villages will definitely get more money. And that one explains the variance in the releases across the votes. And I believe Masaka municipality is facing the same challenge. The Honorable Nambeshe, I didn't get his question well. But I believe this response, this wider response I have given takes care of his concern.
You see, Minister, you're now telling us Uganda got this amount, this constituency got this amount. I'm not aware whether all the MPs know what their districts got.
Madam Speaker, when we release funds, we publish. This is public information available on our website at the ministry, and also the accounting officers. In this case, the CAWOs, we normally give them this information, and they should be, they are required to put this information on their notice boards at the district.
Can you give us a print of how much each district has got? Put in our pigeon holes. We want to know what we have got in our districts.
Much obliged, Madam Speaker. We should be able to avail this information. Today is Thursday, by Tuesday next week.
Honorable Minister, you said you did not get my question. Yeah. It was about the new administrative units missing out on the releases of the financial year 2021-2022.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, Honorable Nambeshe. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Nambeshe has been with us in this house for quite some time. And he clearly knows that releases and expenditures of government are through an appropriation of Parliament. At finance, we only release what Parliament has appropriated. But that notwithstanding, we have new administrative units, particularly town councils and sub-counties. These are around 714, which were created towards the end of the last term of Parliament. And they have just started operating, although there are a number of challenges. They only have, Madam Speaker, these town councils and sub-counties only have elected leaders, but they don't have staff, substantive staff working there. And at the same time, these town councils and sub-counties were not appropriated money. What we are doing is we are working with the Ministry of Local Government to pursue the possibility of bringing a supplementary here. It's about 30 billion shillings, which can facilitate the operationalization of these new administrative units. But as of now, they fall under unfunded, and no monies were appropriated to them by this House. Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move on the second question.
But before you move on that question, we want you to give us the allocations to each district vis-a-vis the disbursement, such that we know for a close follow-up.
Madam Speaker.
These members are supposed to do an oversight role. So if they don't know what has gone to their districts, then they would be able to make a follow-up on what is being used.
Madam Speaker, I would pray that I clarify on what the Honorable Minister just said in regard to Masinde and the other local governments. Madam Speaker, I want to thank you and the Honorable Minister. First of all, I would love to state clearly that I did not say that the government has not released any money to the local governments. But I said that government has written the Ministry of Finance to local governments that it would not get released. This is especially in respect to the local revenue. Now, for me, I'm from a municipality, and the municipality has a number of challenges, including garbage management, and other local governments have issues running with their local councils. And we know very well that local councils are run with the help of local revenue. May I therefore learn from the minister how much of local revenue has been sent to Masindi municipality and other local government? Yes, information, you're welcome.
Madam Speaker, I'm giving information to my colleague because I'm also from a municipality. Indeed, Madam Speaker, somebody is talking of order, but the person has not yet been recognized. So please give me an opportunity. Madam Speaker, municipalities are suffering terribly because of local revenue.
There is an order here. Order.
Madam Speaker, for a record, Honorable Court Bitek Jr., and I rise on a point of order, specifically under Rule 82 of our Rules of Procedure, and specifically, I'm addressing my mind to Rule 82, Sub-Rule A, Clause 1 to 7. I have keenly looked into the House and I've found that members of this August House have defaulted the required decorum provided under this Rule 82, specifically a member that is seated right behind the water dispenser, facing the Speaker, who is dressed in a vintage shirt, in a casual shirt, casual trouser, and expecting to debate in this House with members who are fully dressed for the purpose. Is the member in order? Is the member in order to continue sitting in this Parliament?
The member is not in order, is not dressed.
Most obliged.
So can the member get out of the House?
Right Honorable Speaker.
Right
Honorable
Honorable Ogon was on the microphone.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was backing up my colleague. The fact that I'm also in a municipality. Recently, most of you might have seen it on news, that there was a demonstration in Ikumi municipality because of failure by our authorities to remove garbage. And this issue of local revenue has become a real thorn in the flesh of municipalities and town councils. We used to collect our own revenue and spend it. Now that the authorities are collecting money and sending it to Kampala, Kampala is not sending back the money to the authorities. What are we going to do? So we would ask the minister to tell us today what has gone wrong so that we are not helping the municipalities. They raise the money is not disbursed to them. Why?
Minister, can you tell the members?
Right
on what
Honorable, Right Honorable.
And basically they are
Speaker.
talking about the NTR.
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker, it is true. Our policy now is that all the local revenue be budgeted and as non-tax revenue and comes the consolidated fund. But what happens, all this money is sent back to the MDAs that collect them. But Madam Speaker,
Maybe you need to be brief because we have 80 minutes to Prime Minister's time.
Okay, even when I don't have facts, I can come back on Tuesday with facts. But I'm wondering whether during this lockdown, the municipalities are able to collect the local revenue they have been collecting. That could be the reason. Madam Speaker, can I quickly present item 2 in 3 minutes?
Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable
Madam Speaker.
Madam
Speaker, before the minister proceeds something else, I want to raise,
Honorable Lobo, the minister is coming with a report on Tuesday.
there is something
We are restrained by the rules of procedure Rule 41(3)
But
on
you-
the Prime Minister's time. And
Yeah.
strictly, the Prime Minister's time must start at 4.
He has not given
This
us
is
the
very short,
time
Madam
limit
Speaker.
of when
Right
he's
Honorable
going to
Speaker.
bring
He is
the
bringing the
supplementary-
report on Tuesday.
I'm talking about the supplementary budget, which is talking of bringing it to this house. He has not given us the time limit.
We cannot ask for a supplementary budget before we know what has been done.
No, we
Let's
have
first get to know what is being done. So can you sit in Dubai?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Kabanda from Kasambia County asked a question regarding government decision to tax hardship allowance for health workers. And we would like to respond as follows. Madam Speaker and honorable colleagues, under section 19(1)(a) of the Income Tax Act, Cap 340, employment income is defined to include any allowance paid to an employee. You'll also know that under section 19(1)(f) of the Income Tax Act, any amount derived as consideration for the employee's agreement to any condition of employment or to any changes in his or her conditions of employment is considered to be employment income. Therefore, it is in accordance with the above provision of the law that the hardship allowances for health workers are being subjected to tax. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, contrary to the usual sentiments regarding taxation, paying tax is not a punishment, and it is a duty of all able citizens to pay taxes. It is also an opportunity for all citizens to make a fair contribution to the development of our nation as we strive to be politically and economically independent. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, we appreciate the fact that all civil servants' salaries are inadequate, and therefore exempting the income of health workers from tax will set a bad and unsustainable precedent, since it would provide a justification for other categories of workers in both the private and public sector to demand for similar treatment. The way forward, Right Honorable Speaker, is as follows. I wish to appreciate the health workers for their dedicated service and commitment towards saving the lives of Ugandans, particularly during this trying period when we are dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Government is committed to continue enhancing the remuneration of public servants, with priority being given to remuneration and working conditions of health workers. I beg to submit, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, can I lay copies of my
Please
two?
lay on table. Honorable Nambose.
Right Honorable Speaker, I refer to Article 176 of the Constitution of Uganda, and in particular, I want to draw your attention, Honorable Right Speaker, if you allow me, to remind us that according to the provisions under Chapter 11 of our Constitution, everything that is supposed to be in Uganda must comply and pass a system that allows for activities to be channeled through local governments as we continue to serve as leaders and as government. Madam Speaker, for emphasis, allow me to quote the Constitution, Article 176C. At 176, bracket 2, the following principles shall apply to the local government system. The systems shall be such as to ensure that functions, powers, and responsibilities are developed and transferred from government to local government units in a coordinated manner. Madam Speaker, you have already ruled that the Honorable Minister shall come back here with the full report. May it please you, therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, to request the Minister to also brief this House on how far they have gone to use the local authorities as we progress and do a number of activities this term. Madam Speaker, I want to report to you that continuously the executive has imposed on the powers of local governments. We learned some time back that if you pretend to employ somebody, that person will also pretend to be working for you. Madam Speaker, I want to know from government why it is that our colleagues, the leaders in local governments, are now bypassed and hold no role as the leaders of the people at that level, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, I further contend that anything which is done in Uganda, while the implementers ignore, refuse, or even fail to involve the local leadership, is a constitutional matter. And to that extent, Madam Speaker, anybody who avoids this route is or she is presenting here an illegality. So, Madam Speaker, we have been asking, what is so different between the RDC and the chairman of LOC5? Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Numbers, for giving way.
By the way, you have given out your time, Honorable Numbers.
Madam Speaker, the information I'm giving to my colleague is that today morning I got information from my district that the permanent secretary of local government has written to all districts instructing them not to hold district council meetings as long as there is still lockdown. Now, that means whether we pass supplementaries, whether we send money to districts, district councils cannot sit. This is information I got because Buhej district local government was supposed to have a district council which has been cancelled. So linked to what the member is raising, maybe the minister will inform us or the prime minister who is here on whether district councils cannot sit and do business as usual, yet we as parliament, we are sitting under lockdown.
But members, I would really love if when you're coming with such a statement, you come with a copy of the letter and lay on table, other than relying on hearsay. Because if somebody is calling you and saying we are not supposed to sit, is it documented? Let's have evidence-based debate. That there is an evidence here I'm laying a letter on table that district councils are not supposed, it's not about a rebuttal. It's not about a rebuttal, but I'm saying we need evidence-based debate, not just a hearsay.
Madam
Honor-
Speaker,
I'll bring it tomorrow morning.
Madam Speaker, I beg that you allow me to notify this House that I will bring a motion concerning the issue about decentralization. I'm very grateful for the time you have given to me, Madam Speaker. And
Information, Madam
I'll be very, very happy if you find it appropriate to allow my motion and the debate about decentralization.
We'll wait for your motion and we decide when it comes. Members, I received a lot of cheats. I want to inform members that when you have a matter of national importance, kindly take it to my office. Give it to the personnel in my office, at least before midday. And that will be captured for as a matter of national importance. But when you keep sending me cheats here, it won't be considered. I also have a number of issues that were supposed to be responded. One from Honorable Kaberuka, from Honorable Isa Ahmad of Kapir, Honorable Asimwe Enos, Honorable Celia C. Awogon, Honorable Koluo, Honorable Kiwanuka, Honorable Apollo Christine, Honorable Ndiwalana Christine, and Honorable Zijan, Honorable Feta, Honorable Donald Katari from Buenge, and then Honorable Ezama Silaj. The responses are ready with the ministers. We also have issues that we have received from the following MPs that are being processed for responses from the ministers. There is one from Honorable Betom Ben, Honorable Celias Steele, Honorable Lanya, Honorable Chen Dokas, Honorable Edakasi, Honorable Kelo from Maruzi, Honorable Achan Joyce, Honorable Amos Okot, Honorable Laura, Honorable Mariam Makaye, Honorable Semwanga, Honorable Apollo Christine, Honorable Nakato Mary Annette, Honorable Sylvia of Kamwenge, Honorable Ababiku, Honorable Feta, Honorable Musingu Siona, Honorable Amos Okot, Honorable Bedi Buanika, Honorable Buire Sanon, Honorable Isabire Aga. Those will be presented in the next, but I also request that when the ministers are responding, they should be brief, and also members should not interpret for us, interfere a lot for us to be able to get a feedback in time. We are now going to the Prime Minister's time. It is the first time we are having the Prime Minister's time, and the Prime Minister has given me a response for only 2 questions. Other questions that had been raised have been responded by other ministers. Next time, we'll have a comprehensive Prime Minister's time. Prime Minister.
Item number.
And after the Prime Minister has made a presentation, the leader of opposition, as per the rules, has a right to reply.
Madam Speaker.
Item number 4, Prime Minister's time.
Let's hear what the law is saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. with all due respect with the guidance you have given on matters of national importance. But Madam Speaker, there are matters of urgent public importance that are matters of emergency that require urgent attention. How would it be compliant with the procedure that guides those urgent matters to postpone them? Like you have said that they will be raised later, early next week, when they are urgent.
If the matters came to my office, actually the matters are coming on the table. So how do you expect these matters to be raised? And you are the one who made the rules of procedure. You say the Prime Minister's time will always start at 4 o'clock on a Thursday. If there are matters of national importance, we are sitting on a Tuesday, they will be raised. Sitting on Wednesday, they will be raised. So there shouldn't be any issue of, unless if you want us to review the Prime Minister's time. And remember, I have said on matters of national importance, the matters must be brought to my office before midday, before we come to the house. You cannot bring me your matter in the house when I'm seated here. Sincerely, bear with me also. Prime Minister.
Thanks so much, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues. I want to, first of all, inform colleagues that under Rule 41, the Prime Minister's time, sub-rule 1 up to 9, there shall be time designated as Prime Minister's time, commencing at 4, like we have already guided every Thursday. During the Prime Minister's time, the Prime Minister may make a statement. All questions may be put to the Prime Minister relating to the matters of government policy or general performance of the government and government agencies. Questions to the Prime Minister shall be made in writing and submitted to the clerk. The clerk shall enter all questions in the Prime Minister's question record book and select 15 questions by raffle, which shall be forwarded to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister shall provide written responses copied to the relevant member and respond to these questions during the Prime Minister's question time. The clerk shall publish a list of all questions and the responses made every month. In the absence of the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister may make a statement or answer questions put to him or her. The Prime Minister's time shall not exceed 45 minutes. Right Honorable Speaker, in view of the fact that this is the first time I'm being given questions, and bearing the fact is I have not got these questions apart from the ones they have given me here. I request you to guide whether it is procedurally okay for us to continue now.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, we have 2 questions that your office told us you're ready to answer.
Okay, let members, those 2 questions.
Now, those 2 questions, the rest will push, which are not very urgent, we will push to the next sitting. But the urgent questions, we'll handle them on Tuesday, Wednesday. Honorable Lukwago John Paul, MP Chotera. Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise on a matter of procedure. It shall be recorded that during the Prime Minister's question time, members in the plenary will get up to contribute through catching your eye, Right Honorable Speaker. And then the Prime Minister would answer the questions there and then, or inform this House that she will return at such and such a day with the detailed answer. The procedure matter I'm raising, therefore, having heard the presentation of the Right Honorable Prime Minister, which in one way or another shows that she's not ready. If it would not be procedural, okay, Right Honorable Speaker, that we use this time to raise the question is the Prime Minister notes them down and bring us the answer on Tuesday. May it please you, Right Honorable Speaker, to give us guidance.
Madam Nambose, it is so unfortunate at the time when we changed the rules towards the end of the term, you were busy on a campaign. But if you can check Rule 41.3, kindly look at the rules. The rules were changed in your absence.
Madam Speaker, just also for emphasis, I think it's very important that the member checks in her bag, which was given to her when she was sworn in, where we put in a new copy of the rules. She must be referring to the old rules. It's very important for members to get copies.
I have already made a ruling to that effect. Can you?
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Lukwago John Paul, Madam.
I beg for your indulgence, Madam Speaker.
Teacher, we change the rules.
Madam Speaker, allow me to say this, Madam Speaker.
Can I read you the rules first?
Before you read them, Madam Speaker, it is a known fact that each parliament must make its rules. The 10th parliament in their last days, instead of concentrating on saying bye-bye, they sat here, amended the rules, and now we are being denied the opportunity as 11th parliament to make our own rules of procedure, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Nambose, I am imploring you to bring a motion to change the rules, and then we shall have rules of 11th parliament to the effect that.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to request you, if you look at Rule 41 and Rule 42. Rule 42 gives members time to raise questions to the ministers. And then from our parliamentary rule of procedures and the normal sittings, there is no time that a member of parliament is given an opportunity to ask the minister. I'm requesting you, Right Honourable Speaker, through your discretions, if you can combine the questions to the Prime Minister and the question to the ministers at the same time. I think that would give more time for members of parliament to ask. You know, with these ministers, we have so many concerns that we are supposed to raise as members of parliament, and the Prime Minister has a right to choose any minister to respond to the questions raised by members of parliament. I am requesting you, Right Honourable Speaker, through your authority, if it is okay, you could combine that so that when members of parliament comes, they ask the ministers and the prime ministers at the same time. I beg to move.
So on Thursdays, we shall be having oral questions to ministers from 2 to 4. From 4, we shall be having the prime minister's time. But matters of urgent importance shall be discussed Tuesday, whenever they come, before the House starts.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For the record, I'm Lukwago John Paul Mpalanyi, the Member of Parliament, Chotera County. I'm raising under Rule 41 of an issue concerning Chotera Masaka Mutukula Road. Without overstating the importance of this road, the road was built in 1960, and it has a stretch of 96 kilometers from Masaka to Mutukula, which is one of the major routes linking and promoting trade ties and cooperation between Uganda, Tanzania, and the rest of the East African partners. The state of this road has deteriorated over the years, which is adversely affecting the traffic flow. In 2003, that's the last time the government upgraded the section, only Chotera Mutukula to class 2 bitumen standard. Since then, there hasn't been any civil works on this road. However, the commissioning of the Mutukula one-stop border post in 2016 has witnessed a surge of volumes of cargo traffic flow, and the Masaka Mutukula road has occasioned its gradual deterioration. Now the question is, could the Right Honorable Prime Minister inform the House of plans by government to rehabilitate Masaka Mutukula Road? Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the visibility study for that road and the details to rehabilitate that road, that is Mutukula Masaka, was completed in October 2020 and would be financed by AFDB grant through ESC. It was agreed in ESC Council of Transport and the Works Ministers that the road rehabilitation work is implemented as a regional project. And the ministers were to inform finance ministers, submit requests through ESC. On 9th July 2021, the Honorable Minister for Works wrote to the Minister of Finance to request for funds from AFDB through ESC. We will continue to rehabilitate that road, that is to patch the potholes until funds for rehabilitating that road are secured. Thank you so much.
Honorable Prime Minister, what timeline have you given to the minister to follow up on this funding?
Right Honorable Speaker, I can give 2 months from now.
So, Honorable, you will get a response in 2 months' time. That is a statement from a leader of government business. An assurance that in 2 months' time, we will be good to go. Honorable Magogo Moses, Budiope County East.
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Magogo Moses Hasim. I represent the people of Diope East, Buyende District, Okupe Busoga. I rise on the matter of concern of the people of Diope East and generally Buyende District. And this is a matter of the road network in the area I'm talking about. Buyende District happens to be at the end of Busoga between the fingers of Lake Choga. In the 90s, the road network, and we have only one road under the control of UNRA in the area, this road was bad. 10 years later, the road became terrible. Today, as we speak, the road is impassable. What used to be transport by road is now transport by water of a road which is under the control of UNRA. The question, I would like to bring it to the attention of the Right Honorable Prime Minister and government that what is the plan of government in as far as addressing the situation of this road which comes from Kamuri district to Iyingo, the landing point, which connects to Serere district across the lake, but also goes through Irundu and back to Kaliro district. If the road is not done, the people of Diope East are being cut off from the rest of the country, and we shall soon become an island instead of being part of the mainland. Thank you very much.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you so much, Honorable Magogo. Kamuri Kidera Bukungu in Buyende is due for upgrading to tarmac. There is a contractor maintaining that road. UNRA has a framework. UNRA has a framework contractor working on maintaining Nabirumba Buyende Kidera. Julia Samp, and that will be worked on this quarter. Kamuri Ringo was worked on under Rock Trust Limited. All this will be reviewed again and an intervention made in Q2. Kaliro Irundu is under periodic maintenance by Swift Engineers Limited. That Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Madam, did you say Kamuli Kidera? Actually, that is a different road. There is Kamuli, there is Kamuli Road.
There is Kamuli Ringo.
Yes.
There is Nduria Samp, which he talked about. There is also Kaliro Irundu, which he talked about.
Yes.
Kaliro Irundu is under periodic maintenance by Swift Engineers, and road works is starting very soon.
So when do you expect the road works? In how long, madam?
Like I've told you, the quarter releases, the releases for this quarter have just been sent, and the work is going to start this quarter. Thank you so much.
This quarter? Okay, thank you. Members, after the Prime Minister's time, it is only the leader of opposition who has a right of reply as per the rules. You see, these rules were made when Nambos was not there. So now, the leader of opposition, can you reply?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for attempting to answer the questions that were raised by members. Madam Speaker, these rules were improved upon so that the Prime Minister's time does not degenerate into a Q and a E time like it used to be. And the Prime Minister, if she were to conclude what she was reading in Rule 41, and particularly sub-Rule 5, the Prime Minister is required, and the word here shall provide written responses copied to the relevant members and respond to these questions during the Prime Minister's question time. This is the commencement day, I suppose. Next time will be in absolute compliance with what the rules require. But Madam Speaker, the two questions that were raised were both on roads. And we know that our budget and the budgetary allocation is of the financial year 2021-2022. The lion's share of that budget were two sectors. The one of transport, works and transport, and the docket under which these roads are supposed to be rehabilitated and maintained as she has responded. It received well over 5 trillion. And the other lion's share was taken by security. Madam Speaker, there would be no justification whatsoever from the Prime Minister, who is leader of government business, with all that huge budgetary allocation, to still continue to have roads in deplorable state in this country, and of all places, even in the city of Masaka. So this remains a serious challenge and an egg on the face of the Prime Minister. I beg to respond.
Thank you so much, leader of government, leader of opposition, and thank you, Prime Minister, for your response. I also urge the members to make a close follow-up on their issues, since the Prime Minister has committed herself that within this quarter, work should be done. And Prime Minister, you need to appreciate what members are going through. Some of these people used those names as a campaign tool, that when I am in Parliament, I will make sure that this road is worked on. So we need to be mindful and help these members of Parliament in issues that they are raising. So I want to thank you for today's sitting. I want to thank you for coming. It is a practice that after the Prime Minister has spoken and given a statement, we do not have any other business. And therefore, I adjourn the House to Monday.
Right, Honorable Speaker, just a minute. I wanted to assure members that I'm there.